Come on, you gonna run it back. Come on.
Come on. Hey, 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 it's your girl. Introduce the show, Rob.
What's up, y'all? Hot spot with Miss V.
And Big Rob.
Hey.
We
What's
was
up,
gonna
everybody?
stop real quick over on Instagram. Rodney Pierce, don't come for us unless we send for you.
Oh, hold on. What
Already,
Rodney
so
say?
I don't know. He said something already.
He said something
Jesus
already?
Choice 1149. What it do? For Lee _ Lee. Hey, hey. Rodney Pierce, of course, of course, of course. Loving who have how I have become. Rodney Pierce said, "Where's the resident comic? This is not his day. Thursdays, it's me and Rob, and the show is the hot spot." Pretty
Nah.
Big J, what it do?
Now, nigga. Now, what's the problem, Rodney? I'm on here. Yeah, I'm here every day, nigga.
That's what it is.
Ain't nothing you can do about it. That's
All
what
right.
it is.
So today, y'all, our topic is good morning. How you feeling? Is women? Do women purposely emasculate men? Do y'all think women purposely emasculate men? Ooh, sorry about that.
Purposely
I don't
emasculate
think women
man?
do it on purpose. I think it happens like.
I mean,
no
but
other
you gotta.
choice.
Okay, well, give me an example
All right.
so I can speak on.
So some people will say women purposely emasculate men, make them feel less than because she doing this and she say, "Oh, I got this kind of money and I'm doing that," so it's making the man feel less than the man, like because he can't match her financially. I don't think women do that on purpose. I think it was first in the early '70s. It was set up as a design with the economy to move the black men out the home and put the women in the forefront.
Okay, I agree
And
with
now
that.
I believe women have no other choice, and it just happens.
Well, my opinion, as far as what they do, they purposely emasculate a man. No, I feel like this. As a man,
Hmm.
if you doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing, a woman can't emasculate you.
Thank you.
Like
Thank
if you the guy, if you this guy, because
Mhm.
it's different guys. If you this guy,
Right.
we're going half on the bills. You know what I'm saying? If you're that guy that want to go half with your woman, eh,
You giving her a
you
little
you
bit
give
of
it you
balls to
give
be
it
able
you,
to.
you you give her room to wear the pants. That's my thing,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you. Let me
Now,
see if I can get some
now,
shit on here.
now, if you that guy, like, all right, baby, check this out. I got the mortgage or the rent, whichever you know what I mean.
Mhm.
I got the mortgage or the rent. I'm gonna pay this. I'm gonna pay that. You make sure that we got food in the house and got this, that, and the third going on.
Mhm.
And aside from that, um, yeah, when we go out, you already know what to do. We together. I don't care what nobody thinks outside of the home. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is to make sure that my home front is straight. That's my peace. That's my serenity. So I feel like as a man, it's just certain shit that men should do. Like, I'm not gonna be going half with my woman on no bills. That's that's clowned out. Nah, I can't see me doing that. You know what I mean? I just feel like my responsibility as a man is to play my part as a man. Like, I need to pay the I need to pay. Early morning highs. What's up? What's up? What's up with you, my nigga? Dr. Shanta Smith. She responded well. She she gonna respond while I'm moving in with you. You funny as shit.
Because the thing is, like, if you don't want the woman to walk around and say, "Oh, I ain't doing this," or always got something to say all the time, make the home conducive to a man who's running the household.
Yeah.
But if
Mhm.
she's balancing out the household, she gonna balance out that fucking attitude too. No, I can do that, but I ain't doing that.
But
I can do this, but I ain't doing that.
this
Well,
my
my mother used to, yeah, your mother had your father taking care of her at the same time.
well if you
Hey,
and
Onika West, good morning.
if you and that woman got that relationship, it's me, Trey join, RSC, my motive join, and Miss M. Sis, what's good? Listen, this is my thing. If you that man and you playing if you doing what you supposed to do when you home with your peoples, right?
Right.
Why wouldn't your woman, like, all everybody has ups, everybody has downs. We all run into those what I call rough patches. Or those person on the rough patch, I think they're real quick. T-Shag. Sorry, one second. What is it sound? I don't know. I don't know. Hello? T-Shag. Yes, now we can hear you. Come on. No, tell me T-Shag what you ready to do on this topic. Right. Right. Okay. All right, so all right, let's do this. Touche, touche. Call. Can you call on the studio phone? That way we can hear it all the way across the room. I just put it in the context. I mean, in the comments. It's 443-742-9451. All right, thank you. We're waiting now. Yeah. Dr. Shanta Smith said some men have taken up residence in a rough patch, and I agree. You got some. I mean, some people hit that spiral down, and can't seem to get back up. I mean, but here's the thing: it's something different if you are in a relationship and he's had a hard time, so things kind of fell off, which makes the relationship lopsided. Right. That's what your helpmate is for, to be there to hang your back and pick things up and keep the ball rolling. I mean, but if he, like she said, if you always been in a rough patch. I mean, my thing is, it should be a limited time to the rough patch. That's my whole thing. My whole thing. There we go. Hey, Touche, good morning. Good morning, good morning. There we go. We can hear you all over the room now. All right, tell me what you was going to say. So you described your conversation all over the place a little bit. You described me different things. Yeah, because on the post said, are women emasculating men on purpose? Is it a design? Yeah. Or is it just but when you start talking about helpmates and stuff like that, those are certain things, you know what I mean? That came into something else while we were waiting for you to call. But go ahead, tell me what you're saying. And I gotta go back and read. Oh, you want me to go back to the mom in the household? Yes, that part. Okay, so what I was saying is your mom, right? Uh huh. She raises her daughter to be strong, independent, and not need a man for anything, right? But then at the same time, she raises, and this is in the same household, she raises her son to be dependent. Because most women, and not most women, but in most of those situations where the father has left the home, she doesn't want to lose another man, so she tends to coddle to that son, nurture that son in that ways that to me are ridiculous. But it becomes a spoiled man, a less than, because he now goes and looks for that same woman that has those same traits. Right, that so I get what you're saying. That's going to coddle him. That same woman that's going to take care. He wants a woman that's going to treat him like his mother did. Yeah, that's how he was raised. And so a lot of the men that we talk about are being emasculated, I don't think it's
an emasculation thing because I don't think when I think of emasculation, I think of development, the emasculation of the man, and the you know, forcing the sexuality, you know, violence, all that stuff. That's a whole different topic. But when I think of emasculation, that's how I look at it. But when you talking about helpmates or you know men just not
Yeah,
handling
because
their
a
duties
young
as
lady
men,
commented and she said, so Rob said something in reference to some men being a rough patch and the woman help out. And the young lady said, shit, some men be in a rough patch. And that's just where
She
the
said
fuck they
she
at.
said they take up residency in the
They
rough
take up
patch.
residency in a
And
rough patch, meaning they're there all the time. So I was saying the difference in the two when the comment that you heard, what I was saying was if she is his helpmate, she is his wife, his partner, girlfriend, whatever, and he happened to fall in a rough patch as his helpmate, that's what she's for. I don't think that's emasculating him. That's her stepping up to her family and handling what needs to be done until he get on his feet. But a man who has taken residency there is almost like the one you're talking about. The mother raised him to be dependent on the mother. He depended on his big sisters, and he don't all he know is women gonna take care of him. So every woman he get, the woman gonna be the overpowerer, the controller, the breadwinner, the house runner. But every man is not like that. You know, like Rob, your sisters are older than you, right?
no,
Or you the oldest?
I'm the oldest, and I'm the only boy on both. I'm the oldest on both sides,
Uh-huh.
and I mean as far as the oldest grandchild on both
Right.
sides, and I'm the only boy on my mother's side. Period.
So growing up in the house
Well, man.
with your mother, were you more attached under your mother way of being, or your dad showed you like this is what
Well,
a
I
man's
come up in a
supposed to do?
two-parent household, so I was attached
So
under
yours
my
is
father's
different,
shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
my
absolutely.
my father taught me how to be a man. I'm not gonna lie. Coming up in a two-parent household as opposed to coming up in a single-parent household is it yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's different. And don't get it fucked up because my mom and my dad separated when I was 13.
Uh-huh.
So I had a taste of both worlds. I
Right.
seen how it was to be in a two-parent household and then
Yeah.
jump to a single-parent household. It was a
Let me ask you
total,
this question:
uh-huh,
how drastic was the difference?
very drastic. Financially,
Yeah,
we was fucked
yeah,
up. Like, cause my mother,
yeah.
like my mom and my dad, you know, I love them both. But my mom came and took us from my father. Like we was staying with my father. Me and my two sisters. Well,
Oh,
me and my one sister, we was staying with my father. My mother and my dad got into an argument, and it's not nothing that I can't share
Mm-hmm.
publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like they got into an argument, and my mother came and took us. And when she took us, I'm not gonna lie, like yo, that was a really, really rough time for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was really bad. You know what I'm saying? Like we lived down Winchester Apartments, and upon living down Winchester Apartments, when I tell you struggle, yo, struggle,
So that was a drastic change
yo,
for
when
y'all.
yo, I'm talking about we come from living in a house to
Mm-hmm.
living in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it was a
yeah.
two-bedroom apartment. Me and my two sisters in one room, and my mother in her room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know, my mother was. I caught the brunt end because I look identical to my dad.
Oh
You
wow.
know what I'm saying? So she treated me like it was like she seen me like I always seen you. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Like that that experience shaped and molded me and pushed me in the streets. Brother,
But it can change your ground values and
yo,
everything.
The morals of your person are always going to be the same. Not the convictions that change.
right,
So like your morals and your principles you're always going to come back to. But your convictions change. So in different spaces in your life, you're you're in different modes
right,
or different roles. You play different roles because all of us are roles. You play different roles,
mm-hmm,
but your morals and your convictions are always going to be the same.
right,
So as you go through the growth process, these things you fall back on are going to be your morals and your principles.
right,
And so that part of you will never change. But I went through some of the same things because my father was very active early on in my life, and but he was in the streets, and so he taught us what was in the streets. little bit, and
So
then when
did
she
you?
got married again, I saw a whole different
Okay, so
side of the world.
you always had a male in the household, even if your dad was gone. Your mother, new husband, was the male in the household.
Yeah, but it was totally different because you gotta understand. So stepfathers have to take a role in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the children are going to always
Respect.
accept
Right.
Yeah, because
Right. Right.
the
that
stepfather
role
get a
because
lack. Also, real
especially if your
quick,
father was there at one point. But my
Touche.
mother parented different.
Sorry, real quick, I
She
want to
parented
jump over to Instagram. I don't want to leave everybody out the conversation. For Lily said, real women won't emasculate a man that she cares about. I don't think it's done purposely. There's a lot of people joining in. Thank y'all so much for joining. I'm trying to get it all in there. She says she got to disagree. Tell me, Lily, what is it that you disagree with? Go ahead, Touche. I'm listening. Denise Smallwood and the crew over there at Burger King on North Avenue. Shout out to y'all. Thanks for joining in. Hey, Chantel, welcome.
I'm a piggyback off of some of what he was saying. Um, Most of the time, us as men, like we grown now. So, say you run into a woman, you meet a woman that you dig in or you feel. The average woman has a child. The average.
Yes.
As far as if they whether they
A
got one,
lot of
two,
men say
three,
they
or
don't
four.
want one with one.
My whole thing is
Most of them
this.
got
Okay, so
at least one.
that woman comes with a package, but don't get it fucked up. A nigga that's taking care of their kids, damn package too.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
coming into the situation, you got to understand like all children are not going to be receptive to their mother's guy. So my thing is that's a relationship. That's a relationship that you have to work on. You get what I'm saying? Now, in some cases, that kid not don't go into the situation trying to be these kids' dad because you can never fill those shoes. So my thing is, I mean, you can in some cases. I don't know. It all depends on the person. But my thing is, you can't go into the situation with trying to be this kid's dad. You gotta go and you gotta develop a rapport and a relationship with these kids before you go into the situation trying to, tell this child what to do and this, that, and the third. Them children ain't gonna respect. It's gonna cause friction in a relationship between the guy and the woman.
So the thing is, at the end of the day, it's not as easy as people make it seem. So we're not saying good dads that be there. Then you got these petty women who don't want him to see his kids because he ain't dealing with her. We're not saying these type. I'm saying the women who are taking care of their kids because she has no other choice but to do it on her own. It sounds like it's going to be tough for her either way because even with a man coming in to help her, things are still going to be just as difficult.
Right. Dr. Shanta Smith said. Dr. Shanta Smith said, society has trained us to emasculate men, and I agree with that. Like at the end of the day,
100% agree.
And
100%.
that was my point. I don't think that it's something that women intentionally do. I think society has designed it to go that way, and women are just being responsible for what needs to be done, and we're just walking in those shoes.
And be clear on what we mean by that. We don't mean all of it. I'm speaking specifically about blacks, because at the end of the day, it's been designed to take the black man from the home so that the woman could feel empowered and make the black man feel weak. And that's just the name of the game. Like I say it all the time, man. We systematically program. We move according to what was here before us prior.
Right.
We don't have no control over our way of thinking and the things and the way we were born. We was born into this stupid shit, believe it or not. You know what I mean? Whether some people understand it or not, you gotta have a certain level of consciousness and brain and a brain to actually research what the fuck I'm actually talking about because
or you just have to have self-awareness. You can actually literally see it.
Yeah.
Even if you're a person who don't read books or look into the world so deep, it show you on TV. I mean, everybody grew up watching Good Times. If you ever watch Good Times, you'll see how James went to wearing the pants in the house, whether he worked or not, he would whip them kids with that belt. If they got out of line, they fucked up in school. And then, out of nowhere, James was pulled out of the household. And Florida had to go get a job, ride the bus. Thelma had to work. Michael was had a job at the hardware store. Everybody working. So even if you don't read, it show you on TV how the system designed.
And, I'm just like, I don't mean to be laughing, right? But Good Times one of my favorite shows. I don't give a fuck. Anybody that know me personally, I'm always saying some shit or a line from Good Times on some funny shit.
But Good
Times
Times
was,
exactly
but yeah, Good Times
was
that
things
structured
set up.
show.
Real quick, Rodney Pierce said a man can't be emasculated. You can attack his character, his behavior, and his mannerisms, but in the end, he is still a man. How he deals with that women or with that woman and her behavior can wind up being dehumanizing. Period. Denise Smallwood said, add her on the live. Denise, I'm having a problem with adding through Facebook. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, like, this emasculating thing is it's a big thing, whether people understand it or not. Like, you got women that, the way that the world designed, you got women out here making, they're making six figures, and you got a guy, you got a guy, I know some guys that's educated and got degrees that's only making like 40, 50 grand.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some women without degrees or have the same degrees that's making six figures. And along those lines, you get women because they're making more money than you. I can't put it no more blunt than this. That shit on. They shit on some niggas, depending on the nigga.
Sometimes it depends.
Depends on the nigga and how he's presenting himself. Now, if you come into the situation and you know what I mean, y'all keeping it 100, y'all
Right.
chit chatting, y'all talking, y'all communication is open, or whatever the case may be, and you comfortable within yourself. See, with me, if I make that kind of money, if I'm making, like less than my lady or my chick or whatever, I'm not one of them type. It's like I don't have self-conscious issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not an insecure nigga.
Rob. I think it depends.
I'm not an insecure dude.
I think it depends on the man and who you are and what you are.
Right. When you comfortable in your skin, shit like that don't bother you. Like, cause I tell people all the time. Money don't make me. I make money. A car don't make me. I make a car.
Right.
Clothes don't make me. I make the clothes.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like, people don't understand like that type of shit. You got some people they need that shit to solidify who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
To solidify who they are. I look good. I tell people this all the time. Shorty, I can bag, like, I had a homeboy. I had a homeboy that dressed real fly and always in designer and shit. And I remember one day I told him, I said, that same bitch you bagging, I could have on a white tee and some jeans, and I'm gonna bag that same bitch while you got all Louis on.
Because who I am
because
makes the difference.
That shit don't make me. That bullshit don't make who the fuck I am as a man. You get what I'm saying? My confidence is through the roof. You feel me? And it's gonna always be that way.
Let me say this.
And it don't make me arrogant.
Nope.
Go ahead, bro.
Let me tell you what the difference is.
What's that?
Because you saw both sides of the struggle.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it comes back to your character, your principles, and your morals. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of these dudes out here, because we all got homeboys that's all they do is wear designer.
Yeah.
But they don't have design. Like, it's funny because I crack on one of my homeboys, God rest his soul. Yo was the ugliest dude we hung with growing up, right? Nigga got dreadlocks. Now he the flyest nigga out there. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's certain things that take certain people to another level, but it's always about who's inside it. One of the things I think we're doing is that emasculation word is being thrown around, so we kind of touch on a whole lot of different other topics. You know what I mean?
That's another thing that's happening. A lot of people use the word in a different kind of way, a different kind of context. Real quick, over on Instagram, Rodney Pierce said, what you're talking about is ego and control, or the feeling or loss of perceived control. You can't spend someone else's money. But I think that's kind of touching on what Touche saying. Everything don't fall under emasculation. I use the word because it's a woman who sent me the question. Use the word.
Yeah, that's fine because that's what we talk. We tend to tie a lot of stuff to a lot of different stuff. Everybody perceives stuff differently. But the emasculation of it is, when I think of emasculation, I'm thinking about the gender neutral stuff now, all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? The way that the government can't keep breaking down the black man, how
We got the same
even the
picture.
way we get charged differently in the court systems and stuff like that is to pretty much keep, even when you look at the welfare system, when they keep the father out of the house, or you can't get this unless this, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I won't give you this money unless you put his name down. So it almost makes you,
So it makes them
and
do
that's
it
and
makes
that's
them do that.
yeah,
And
and
that's
that's
what
when
I
when
meant.
I think about emasculation, it's a governmental, it's a systematic issue. You know what I mean? Not so much a woman breaking down a man, or because of the money and the value of it and all that kind of stuff. Because if we just talk about being masculine and feminine in the true sense of the word, then no man should ever be emasculated, because
And that's
at
that's
the
a
end of the
point
day,
right there,
he's
Touche.
a man. You know what I mean?
That's a point right there. I just like let me go back to when you said when you raised in a household, women get raised by their mother to be strong, and the boys
Yeah,
are raised and coddled basically to be the mother's son, and then the sisters tend to love on the brother too much, and before
Mama's
you know it,
boys.
he get older. I just want to say every household that come up with a single mother isn't that way. In my household, I was raised the youngest of five sisters, and I, to me, came out to be the strongest because I was able to get lessons from my mother all the way down. So when I had
oh
my
yeah,
sons, and then I divorced my husband, and we were in the household together, I already knew how they needed to be raised rule wise. Now, do my sons look for a woman to take care of them? No, but
let me ask you a
sometimes
question.
I think they are too lenient to situations, to certain women, like, oh, because I felt sorry for mine. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't be feeling sorry for her. But they think that they got to take a burden off a woman every time.
Mm.
But
That's.
let me tell you what the difference
So
is.
it's going to go, but either way.
Go ahead, bro. Say what you were saying.
Let me tell you what the difference is.
Yes.
It's harder for, so to be learned to learn something and to be taught something is two different things, right?
Right.
Right.
So you as a mother, you have to teach your son certain things that the man should do, right?
Right.
So he's going to receive that different, right?
Right.
Me as a father, my son's going to learn it by seeing me, by watching me,
Yeah.
by interpreting my movements, things
Right.
like that, right? So I had a coworker, but I had this conversation, and it was just as simple as opening the door for a woman, right? That's an art that nobody teaches anymore, correct?
Right.
Yeah, I
Most
agree. I
women,
definitely
most
agree.
women, most women open the doors for their sons. Most women.
Mm.
So if he sees you continually opening that door, but then when you see someone coming, you'll tell him open that door, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
So when you tell him open that door, guess what? Every time you tell him, he's going to do it. But when you're not around, he's not, because there's
because
nobody there to
nobody
tell him.
there to
But when he
instruct them to
sees
do
me,
it.
his father, when he sees me, his father open the door, letting the elderly get the seat that I'm sitting in. When he sees those things, it becomes second nature to him. He's now learned this trait, so now he doesn't go back. And that's where the injustice is. And I'm not saying mothers are bad or sons or that or that. I think both are. It's different because when there's one son, it becomes when you're trying, that's usually when you respond to it. When somebody's telling you to do it, but when you learn it, you do it by second nature. Not like you have made it automatically comes to you. Well, for me, that's like I teach my 13-year-old son that right now today. As far as like, like, that's the way I was taught. Now, I don't like that all the time, no, because sometimes I can be an asshole, that's just me. But I teach my son that, like, at the end of the day, like, if you see a woman and she need help with her bags, help that woman with her bags. If you see a woman coming and be a gentleman, open the door for her. You get what I'm saying? You say thank you, you say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Like, it's hard in our household, man, with the structure of these kids and how these kids are going to turn out and how they're going to be. If you're teaching them to be weak, they'll be weak.
If you teaching them strength, they're gonna be strong.
So even if you're not, a man is not there to display
No,
it,
no.
you're teaching it and they're gonna
I
get
mean,
it.
I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and act as if some women don't raise their sons right because
Right,
I
that's,
can't
I'm just
say
saying,
that.
I am agreeing
You know
with
what I'm
you.
saying? Some of
I'm
these
agreeing with
right,
you.
some of these women are raising these boys to be respectful
Yes.
young men and
I'm
strong.
one of those.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I can't. I'm not. It's no knock to the ones that like the word we've been using, emasculating them. You know what I'm saying? Like coddling them and babying them every 5 minutes and shit like that. Like you can't do that to a boy because that's gonna affect his turnout. Believe it or not, I was raised to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a father that used to do certain shit, and I agree with you, Neil. Like with the grace of God, you're right. Because you gotta have God involved in there too. But
Yeah, you do.
you gotta really, if you want to empower the black man, if you want to empower your guy, your son to be a powerful man, you have to stand on the principles of a man. Like we always say, we on man time 24/7, 365.
You should be.
But you got a lot of dudes that's not. Let's be clear.
And well, let me read this real quick. Shauna Smith said, honoring a man, Dr. Shauna Smith, honoring a man has nothing to do with the money. A man earns his position by doing things a man should do. We need to stop listening to these dumb rap songs, and someone needs to teach women and men how to be in right relationships. I totally agree with her.
I agree with
I don't think that how much money I make should say who wear the pants. Because if I'm in a relationship with someone, I can go hard all day. But when I get home, I'm telling you, my ex will be the first person to tell you how I'm just such the big baby. Some days, because I don't sleep well, I need him to like literally pat my back until I doze off. Like,
But to me, that's just the yearn for companionship.
well, not just companionship. I could come in the house and say, yo, I'm tired of shit. You can't rub my back. I could be that go hard in the home, but I'm not.
Okay, gotcha.
What I'm saying is, I know the balance. And it's not about how much either one of us make. I think a lot of people get it mixed up like that, but I think it get crazy when a lot of these men now who I've heard say, I want to be courted. I think that's the craziest thing I ever heard, a man that want to be courted.
Hey, because I want you to keep your show, I ain't gonna tell you what that is.
Tell me, can you tell me what it is?
Nah, fuck that, yo. Put that shit out there. Put it out there. What's that, bro? What's that, bro?
I'm gonna say that's lame as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
That's but that's what he.
I'm just go with that.
And he was actually
lame,
a host on a talk radio show that said this. He said, I want to be courted. I want her to take me out, pick me up, take me out, pay for dinner. Then his co-host was like, yeah, because a woman who try and give it to me on the first day, I already know I don't want to fuck with her.
Well, listen, man.
I think all that movie, the whole show is fucked up. Real quick, Rodney Pierce said that's called mannerism and social etiquette. What you and Touche is saying, what you teach the sons, or what Touche agreed that he examples what you teach. That's called social etiquette, and a mother can teach that.
Right.
Okay.
At the end of the day,
Listen, I know some great mothers, dog, and done some great things with their kids. I'm not just say their sons, but with their kids. But it's certain things that you can't teach your son as a mother. Just like there's certain things
you can't teach
your daughter.
I can't teach a daughter because I'm not a woman.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate that it balances wrong because more women have to be put in a position to do these things with no other option.
Yeah, but think about how the system did that.
Yeah,
This was
and that's why I said
design.
it was by design. I said
Now,
that.
I commend black women because they've carried the torch for far too long.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't have a choice. Like, it's a lot of men out here that just sorry as fuck, where they have taken and they okay with being a deadbeat. They're okay with not having to be responsible for everyday things. I told somebody I had about my first daughter's mother, and I will say this: I will never in my life say out my mouth that I've done more for my daughter than her mother.
Right.
Because I was not 100% in the house.
Right.
So those every moment I wasn't there for.
Yeah.
Me and my daughter have a great relationship. Took care of my daughter. I'm still taking care of my daughter. But it was so many things that I didn't do or didn't have opportunity to do because for those hours that I wasn't with her, her mother was there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I give her mother, and I don't know, she might be listening or she won't be here. I give her mother more credit behind her back than I ever told her to her face because I'm a realist because I know those moments that was missed. I
So,
know that. You
so
know what I
Touche,
mean?
I want you to call her up and tell her to her face.
Well,
Because a lot of times, as women, we don't get those accolades, and it makes a difference. The dads normally come in and step in when the child cut up. Look, I'll be over there. I'm on my way to make sure X, Y, Z to get done. I'm on my way to take little man to the barbershop. I'm on my way to take her to get her shoes. And they are there, and they probably take the children out or get their weekends. But that mother is there Monday through Friday before they leave with you for Friday's weekend. So she's there after school when they got a bad mood, when the daughter has a cycle, when the son up and he can't sleep, or he got into a fight in school. Like the mothers are there. I think the mothers leave way more accolades than they get. Dr. Shauna Smith said women are yearning for protection and provision of a man, which I totally agree with that. She said if you are boss all day, we want to come home and let a man lead. But if a man doesn't have the tools or is ill equipped, the woman still has to be in control, and that's when women lose respect for men.
mm,
She ain't saying that
But
we
let me ask you this,
disrespect them all the
and I agree
time.
with everything
It's
you
just
just
like
said.
what my post said. We are actually put in a position to carry things out. We don't do it
I
on
agree with
purpose.
that.
We want a big, strong man at the end of the day can make us feel good, especially if I'm a boss on my job all day. I come home, I want that comfort, that shelter of this man. But if a man ain't there to do it and or ill-equipped, as she said, to do that, you think I'm gonna fall back and let my house fall short? Fuck no, I'm taking the reins and I'm taking care of it. Do I want to? No, but my house ain't gonna fall short. I do the shit.
I gotta say this though. Please don't get it fucked up because you do have some bullshit baby mothers or mothers out this bitch. And hold. Let me say what I'm saying. You got some that believe they being a parent because they providing a roof for the child and they got some food that they taught them how to make in a microwave. You dig what I'm saying?
And on that note, that is what's set up with the design. The state requires you to have a bed, at least 2 dresser drawers, 3 pair of underwear, 2 shirts, pants, t-shirts, socks, shoes, that roof, and food,
Right.
and that's it.
And I get that.
And a lot of bitches fall short to that's it.
There's some females,
So that's true.
some
I
of these,
agree with
because
you,
it's a
Rob.
difference. I'm gonna say females and then I'm gonna say bitches. You got these bitches out here right now to where as though they not good mothers, man. You know what I'm saying? And some men, you know what I mean? I know some personally, and I myself have been the victim of poor choosing. You know what I mean? Sometimes, yo, we lay down.
Absolutely.
Sometimes, man, we lay down, yo, when we young and shit, and we not thinking logically. You know, we thinking about getting our nut. If I knew then what I knew now, man, I'd have made much wiser decisions when it came down to who I had my children with.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, because believe it or not, that shit is gonna affect, you know, that can affect the development of your kids too. You coming from 2 different backgrounds. You don't know if that woman got mental health issues in her family or but mad disease problems or they just something wrong with her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know the stock you come from. You know what you born into. You know how your family is, how your structure is, the setup, all that shit. But then when it come to them, you don't know why, because she fat as shit at the moment.
Right.
And she looked alright at the moment. You might have been either high out the grass or drunk out the drink. You know what I'm saying? And you see her, the mood situation took place. You end up fucking her raw as a bitch and busting at her, not thinking, caught up in the moment.
Right.
And later on, here you come with this. You niggas don't be thinking about the consequences
And
of
now,
that type
yeah,
of shit.
like you said, your stock and what you come from is in this child, but that mother genes is in there
Then
too.
the mother genes be a motherfucker, man, and I'm not gonna lie, that can affect these motherfucking kids, and we gotta look at that. We as men, I'm not gonna lie, we gotta make better decisions because we don't always make the right decisions. Sometimes we be thinking, and we always tie into this. Sex shouldn't always be the first thing on the list. You get what I'm saying? It's something that come with the woman. Don't get it fucked up. But at the end of the day, like that shouldn't be the first thing. I mean, if you out here 40, like 40 plus going on 50 years old, that's definitely shouldn't be like the main thing you targeting. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that shit crazy, man. That whole shit just be funny to me. That's all I'm gonna say.
So I want to go back to Shauna Smith, right?
Okay.
Because like she hit some gems, yo. Like
She did.
real. She was on it right there. And I want to agree with everything she said. But then my question though is I bounce back. So in a lot of these situations where the men are less than, it's because of the teachings of their household, right?
Uh-huh.
So do you allow those men grace to find themselves to grow into what you're doing, or do you just cut shit and run?
Well, the thing is, I think it should depend on what the foundation of the man was prior to, because some people just get in a bad place. And like the young lady said earlier, some of them just live in a bad place. That's your residency. You just dwell in bed. I don't think women should want companionship or want that father figure in the home that they dwell in that bad place with this man for so long.
Right.
I think that's foolish
Yeah,
of her.
yeah,
That's lowering her self esteem, and then not to mention the kids see her putting up with every ill mannered thing this nigga did. So no, I don't think she's supposed to sit there and deal with it long. I could, some people would disagree and say you're supposed to stick by the man until he get where he needs to be. Well, how fucking long is that? Cause some women wait
you know,
years.
y'all be making some bad decisions sometimes too.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. Hey, touche. Let's be clear.
Right be on the wall. Right be on the wall, and y'all just be ignoring it.
Yeah, y'all.
I'm not disagreeing.
Let's be honest, especially when they bring the jail nigga home. Y'all know that nigga gonna go back to jail in a minute. You know what I mean?
Cause especially
But you don't
depending on
care.
what he went in there for.
And then 20 years down the road, you still talking about why I'm with this nigga.
Well, Touche, I'm agreeing with you on that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it can't all be put on us, touche. Like, at the end of
It
the
ain't
day,
all us.
it ain't all us.
Y'all
Definitely play a major role in that shit too. With that.
Listen,
I'm not.
this is the
Listen,
funny thing.
I feel like y'all talking directly to me and
more than
shit.
y'all see it in him.
Uh
Which is crazy to me.
huh. No, we
Y'all
not.
see it in his homeboys and ignore it, and don't see it in him.
No, cause see, that's probably why I stay so fucking single. Cause I'm judging you about the company you keep, your mother, what your bathroom look like. I'm judging everything because I'm 44, and if I get into something with somebody, it's gonna be long term. So I need to cut the shit before it even go too far. Cause I'm an emotional person, and I don't want to get too many people.
Presentable.
Say that again.
My mother told me your house should always be company presentable.
All
Your
the time.
bathroom and your entertainment area should never look a mess. Now the bedroom might be a different story.
My
Right.
bedroom might be a different
Listen,
story.
I'm keyed in on the kitchen and the bathroom.
Kitchen
And the bathroom.
Yeah.
Now, if your bed,
In the bathroom.
you get a pass for the bedroom. The bedroom, I don't expect you. I expect you to have clothes. You came in, took the shit off, changed your clothes. You feel all that shit is. It's I understand that. You know what I mean?
I
Cause
don't want a whole bunch of plates of foods and shit in there.
No, that's the whole.
Clothes is acceptable.
Now that's some junky shit. Now if you got
Like me, I got like
plates of old food laying around, I'm
my
looking at
office
you
is
crazy.
right there, so I probably have bins for things that need to be in my office. But no, all the food look like the plates got been dried up for days. Come on, bitch, you just nasty.
Yeah, that's trifling.
That's different. And you know what? A lot of people don't even look at that as a sign.
I look at shit like crunchy washcloths. So what you like if I go in your bathroom and I see crunchy ass washcloths, them dry crunchy ass washcloths on your shit, I got a problem with that. I'm turned off instantly.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. A lot of people don't even look. All of those are signs you should look for if this person is your person.
Cheap rags and shit. Y'all get them cheap
And
rags.
sometimes you can tell, you can show somebody different. Well, look, those are the cheap kind. You wash them too much, the fabric is gone. you should get these. And then if nobody ever told her, now she know to get these.
You take the initiative.
But them motherfuckers who the base of the toilet is yellow and stained, you've been dirty a long motherfucking
Yeah,
time.
but see, that's the thing. It's like most of the time, like sometimes, like I had a female. She had came over, and this was long ago and shit. So she came over and shit, and she was like, "Yo," she said, "What's up with your rags?" And I was like, "What you talking about, Frank?" She said, "Baby," she said, "I understand you a man, and y'all niggas, y'all wash with anything." I said, "I got some good rags in there." She said, "No, yeah, you got some good rags in there." She said, "Most of them motherfuckers, them little bullshit rags." She said, "Ain't no woman, ain't no real woman with a little class to her gonna wash her ass and her face with this." She was like, "Nah, I gotta go buy." No,
and that's something. Now that was something you knew from there,
right? She went and bought me a whole rack of brand new, like expensive ass washcloths and ties.
And that's the thing. So that's why I said some things you can kind of talk to the person.
I was 19, she was 31, dog, and that's when I was like, really? Because I had my own place at the time, so you know what I mean. I felt like I was doing big things.
But that wasn't enough. She had to take off the washcloths.
She taught me a whole lot. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Women teach us a lot of shit. Like it be a lot of shit. Women teach us a lot.
Read this young lady comment. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. Sharita Higgins.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Said, "Yes, I will catch an attitude when certain things are cheap as hell. Paper towels, toilet paper, wash rags, and towels should not be cheap." And my thing is, sometimes, like I said, like the lady, sometimes you can tell them, and they can say, "Oh, okay, I didn't know it make that much of a deal. I got my own place. I'm just making sure my shit look nice." And now you know, so you know for future references. But I done told you 4 different occasions. One of the occasions I even brought you some. You just nasty.
Yeah. I mean,
you just nasty.
Some people are prone to change, and then you got others who aren't. You know what I mean? It's just
it's
that simple. Some people want to be taught. Some people want to learn. Because my thing is like, it's certain shit. You can't knock certain shit with certain people if they was never exposed to that shit too.
Right.
That's another thing. So you can't be so quick to give up on a motherfucker because they don't know this or they don't know. They really might not know. Now you can sense if you got that skill of discernment. Right. If you know how to judge, not judge, but like observe a person and see who they are. If you able to do that, then you would know. You can sense the motherfuckers who really don't have no sense of nothing. Like you be like, damn, they really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got some people that grew up or came up in a household where they don't know anything about good toilet paper, good.
All they know is they're supposed to have something.
Yeah, all they know is they got the shit in their house. They good. It's theirs. They're content with that. They don't know about the other level, the quality of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't be worried about that. Right, they don't know the difference in that. So some people, if you see that person don't have that, ladies, men, you know what I mean, men, teach them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is not always jumping ship.
If they able, right, because you get people jump ship for shit less than that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? You get motherfuckers, they gonna jump ship. They'll jump ship on your ass in a heartbeat. Like, because people done been through too much shit. All of us, let's be real. All of us, everybody who's watching, us, me, you, V, you two shit, all of us been through all level of shit with people to where as though your tolerance right now is at a minimum.
It's so soon
as a motherfucker do something or show you the light like they get ready to do something, you out. You like, man, I ain't got time for this.
And that's why a lot of marriages nowadays.
Right, what's the famous line? I'm too old to be going through this stupid shit. That's the line. That's the line. And that's what everybody always go. You know what I mean? That's all of us. Like, that's what I say that shit consistently. Like, I be tired of shit, man.
Sharita Higgins said, but some people aren't teachable. What do you do with those people? Then Sharita, I think you should get ready to go.
The people that's not willing to allow you to teach them, get their ass out of there. Yeah. Like, because at the end of the day, that means they're setting their ways.
That's a headache. They setting their ways.
And they're stressful and they're problem. They're troublesome and they're a problem. People like that, it's them dumb motherfuckers. Them people, get rid of them. You gotta get rid of them because
Yeah, you gotta get
like all they're gonna do is bring you down to their level, and you do not want to be there. You do not.
you gotta set a realistic time frame. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because yeah, we got some people that just don't know, right?
Right.
But how long,
Do
and
you,
that's your decision to make as a man or a woman, how long is too long? Like
how long
some
do you
a teacher
dwell in
told
this
me one
place with this
time that
person?
anything you do consecutively for 30 days becomes habit, right?
Right.
So if you done gave this motherfucker 6 months, 9 months, and he's still doing the same shit, guess what?
5 years.
He gonna do that for the rest of y'all relationship.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like
So now,
everybody should set a realistic time frame on a person doing whatever. I don't give a fuck what it is. Like if you with somebody,
yeah,
right? Say you with somebody, and that person may not be. How can I put this without? That person may not be everything in which you thought they were. How about that? So I'm not gonna know what you. My thing is, I am who I am. I come as me. I don't wear no mask. My thing is, I'm either for you or I'm not.
Right.
That's for me though.
Right.
So for the people out there
You
that
gotta get past that honeymoon stage as people
right,
call
right,
it.
that people, I tell everybody,
The relationship always the shit in the beginning. It's always the shit in the beginning. You always want to have that good shit on the sex on your butt when shit gets down.
it's when you see who's who,
Yep.
and that's some real shit. Like at the end of the day, when y'all ain't, because everybody go through it. I hate when people try to act like they don't. Everybody go through that stage where you ain't fucking your girl no more. Y'all not fucking no more. Y'all go through that stage where
You fussing every day.
you fussing every day. You get to those point when you get to the
That's
point
human nature.
when you get to the point where all of us do this. When you come home, you sit in the car for like 30 minutes to an hour.
I was
When
down
you
there,
sit
put
in
my
the
phone on the desk
when
and
you
watch
sit
a
in the
movie.
car, when you sit in the car before you go in the house,
And get your mind.
and you be like,
You don't want to live in the house.
like it's like I hope this bitch sleep when I go in here. Like I don't feel it. Oh my god, is she gonna have something to say? Ain't no dinner gonna be cooked. Listen, but my thing is, how do we avoid it getting to that point?
Well, the thing is, you see it before it comes. Before you get to that disgust that you gotta sit in the car, you see it already happening, and you talk about it then. If I'm addressing it now, then I gotta address it again next Monday, and then by next Wednesday it's still the same shit. It's something wrong here for me.
Okay, but my thing is, how do we?
Well, you can't really avoid it getting to that place because people have stuff in their day-to-day world at work that could really piss them off and come home and the shit spill into your relationship. A lot of things spill into your relationship and it don't even be y'all shit. It'll be because you mad with another motherfucker.
So-
you mad with your mother. So you walking around the house barking and angry at everybody.
So why do you allow that to come into
And that's
your
why
room?
I said you address it right there. Some people can't help it.
Yeah.
I'm angry at
some
everybody.
people don't know how to separate.
Don't know how to distinguish the two. Real quick over Instagram, Roger
Yeah.
Pierce said, if you have been eating out plain white boxes and cans and nameless packages, you don't know until experience something better. You didn't know what you know until you are taught better. You don't know until you taught. But as far as the relationship piece, my thing is you only can deal with what's on the table. And you gotta, I think people gotta deal with things quicker than they did. Look, baby, I know you mad with your mother, or, cause sometimes they won't even tell you what the fuck they mad at. They just
Right.
in the house mad. Look,
Right.
you know, well, we need to address this, cause I don't like the energy in here.
Right.
Be bold enough to say to your mate, ho, 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 what's this shit?
But you know what it is? I think a lot of people have that fear of being alone or the person gonna
Alone.
leave
Yeah.
them.
Yup, so they let him
So
act the dog.
they let a motherfucker
And
do whatever
you
the
know
fuck it is that they
that
want
donkey
to do.
is in your house all the time.
Man, listen, man.
No, I got
I don't
this.
give a fuck what's
Now.
going on. I don't care if your pussy shot motherfucking flags out of it with fireworks that said, hey, Robbie, hey. I don't give a fuck what you do. My thing is, at the end of the day, if you and I are not on the same page, because we gonna cross odds.
Right.
The key is trying to come to some sort of median. You know what I mean?
Right
Some
there.
type of resolution
Yeah.
where we can meet in the middle. You know what I mean? We don't always gotta agree, but we can agree to disagree. You get what I'm saying?
Well, babe, I
So-
know that's your point of view.
Listen,
My point of view.
that's-
I just don't want us arguing in here, going at it with us, and then that be it. But a lot of people don't. They sit there and let him act the fool because he a man, or I ain't feel like beefing with this bitch. Let her act the fool. No, 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 no.
I'm saying
No,
for me,
get that shit in the bud right there.
I'm saying for me, right? I got a trait.
Us.
Okay, let me finish up with this.
Hey,
I,
baby,
I, I, I feel like I have a trait with me that it can be bad, it can be good, but it's bad, and that's the fact that I'm very nonchalant with shit. Whereas though, like, not too much bother me. So, and I don't show emotion all the time. You get what I'm saying? I'm real like lackadaisical, like, you know what I mean? And people don't know how to take that, and people don't know how to read that. We fear shit that we fear. That's all you
But we
gotta
were
do.
taught for years. Say that again?
I said we're normally tell if something seems different, something ain't right here. Like even with our conversation this morning with the date thing we were talking about, Touche, and I said like this seems a little tricky. So the first instinct is this motherfucker trying to fuck. Like what is it? But what if it's just genuinely you are just that beautiful and I want to be around?
Times have that actually occurred. You get what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the
That's
day,
why we saying it's something different.
right. Like, I mean, you're right though. Like the fear, when sometimes you ever get that thing where that notion where shit is too good to be true.
Yes.
Like,
that was the conversation we had today.
Like shit do be too good to be true sometimes, and it's sad that we think this way. Most of the time, they like the saying, the cliche saying, if it's too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. It's really too good to be true. Ain't nobody.
Or sometimes it's just that good, and you miss out on a good thing.
That's true.
Second guessing it. Rodney Pierce came back to say, I don't fear a person. I don't fear a person's lack of emotion. I fear their inability to come to an action, meaning to resolve the issue. And it's understandable. But that whole too good to be true thing, that happens. And I think that's what keeps me from dating like I should be. Because I get questions to ask the date. I get things like that, but then I be like, I don't know.
I'm gonna be real. I really believe that I have missed out in my lifetime on some people because I deemed them as being too good to be true. And sometimes you gotta understand that some women are just that good. They're that sweet. They're that nice. That's who they are.
That's who they are.
But
so I guess that's the same thing for men. I just gotta keep second guessing it. Dr. Shauna Smith said I disagree. People words and deeds are not illegitimate. You can ask and their actions don't match. Casey Coleman said never. I work hard for my shit to be good. So I just feel my seeds I planted are growing. And Casey Coleman, that's a good way to look at it. So maybe I'm reaching too much at keep on looking at this thing like I don't know, like the guys used to tell me all the time when I was talk radio before the podcast show, and they would always be like, "But V, you're a unicorn." Tavon always say, "V, you're a unicorn." A lot of women ain't gonna do the shit you do or be that person that the man need. But I just think I'm just who I am. That shouldn't be the restriction of somebody second guessing dating me. And I think that's what's making me second guess this person because I'm like, something seems too good.
But that all falls back into, like I told you, the times have changed. Niggas is the new bitches and bitches is the new niggas. These are the facts. Like at the end of the day, a lot of women.
A lot of women, I've never in my life seen women this bold, this brash, this all that shit. Like that's how women are today. And you gotta look at the circumstances that they are. You gotta look at the circumstances that force them to be this way. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking. And that's like the niggas have like with back to the emasculating shit. I've heard that it's niggas out here literally keying cars. There are niggas out here flattening tires. There are niggas out here busting car windows off. That is some pussy ass bitch ass hoodie. You know what I'm saying? It's like we what pussy.
everybody's ready for your light. So Casey, that's what I think is my issue. Everybody's not ready for this light, but I think I also have a fear of getting into something. I'll keep thinking, no, it's too good to be true. No, I don't want to do that. No, I shun a lot of people away to extradite me.
Hmm. Well,
So some people see the light and like, I want to be a part of whatever she got going on. I like how she carry it and the things about her. And then
do
it's
you,
me on the other end, like,
do you think it's that one motherfucker out there like I want to get in there and just dim her motherfucking light,
that's
just
how I
fuck her
think.
world up?
That's how I think. Rob, yo, that's how I think. That's how. Listen, I'm crazy. That's how I be.
Listen,
Some people
man.
want to break my light bulb and shit.
You
No,
got some dudes out here, man.
because it
That
wasn't
just,
it wasn't easy getting to this capacity of me.
right.
You know what I mean? I wasn't always a full bottle of water. Now I'm a full bottle of water, and I gotta be sure that you're not just the top that I'm gonna pour into. I need you to be the man that's a full that can hold the full capacity of me.
Right, right.
I don't want to dip my toe in the water, as Stone say. I don't want to just dip my toe in. I want to get in and go fucking swimming and know I can stay until the pool closes.
Man, but you got some niggas that deliberately want you to get in that water so they can go under and dump your ass.
And that's the thing.
That's
And
it.
that's what
That's
makes
fucked
me
up.
so afraid.
But it's fuck. I mean, like I
That's
said,
that's what scares me.
that ties into the times that we living in right now. Like I said, the times
Back
that
up.
we living. Touche.
Yeah, go ahead, say it again.
I thought you said you had to go.
Oh yeah, but
No, not yet.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let
Like,
me read this comment real quick before you keep going, Rob. Keisha Thomas said, "These men are women today. Put on these men and women today. Put on great performances. The come as representatives and let and a lot of times be way too good to be true. So they bring forth their representatives that makes you think they're way too good to be true. Dr. Shauna Smith says some ninjas are dark cloud that will drain your energy and your light because they are not in a good place within themselves.
I mean, and
Now,
again,
that's true, but
and
that's
I,
because you give them too much control, though.
yeah, and I agree
But
with you.
Tisha, you know me. You know I'm not relinquishing
Ho, ho,
control
ho, ho, ho.
easily to nobody.
Ho. We ain't gonna make this about you. We gonna speak.
Well, that's
in
what we
general.
was talking about.
Right.
I wasn't
But
Speaking
saying-
generally.
but
Y'all was speaking generally when y'all was saying, talking to me directly about these women that was no fucking good.
man, fuck you, man.
Right.
Listen, Dr. Smith. I'm gonna say this to you, Dr. Smith, and it's real. Like at the end of the day, like it do start with the person and where they are inside of them.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot, like I said,
Yeah,
one
like
of the
she said,
biggest,
they're freedom representatives.
one of the biggest things and one of the biggest problems with people are insecurities. It's some women, yo. I see, yo. They really pretty. Ain't nothing wrong
Top
with
of
them.
their game.
Ain't nothing wrong with them. But they got something that they think is wrong. I don't like my feet. I don't like my ankles. I don't like this. I don't
Right.
like that. And like they always on it, and you can compliment them and all that shit. And you can be like, damn, shit, nah, yo, you look good. You pretty. Boom, 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 boom. Right. I know, but I don't like this and I don't like that. Like them
And what
insecurities.
people insecurities are is not much you can do about it, because that's embedded in their head.
Yeah, the insecurity shit. I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm
Sometimes.
gonna tell you what I found out lately.
What?
It's more insecure dudes than it is.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So, and it's sad to admit that, but it's a lot of dudes that are so insecure, like it's frightening. That's why we had these situations where more about women get hurt, more about women get killed,
Yeah.
because these dudes, like people mask it as jealousy and stuff like that. That jealousy manifests.
No, nigga, that's your insecurity.
their
That's
own
something in you that make you cut up on this woman like this. Real quick on Instagram, Rodney Pierce said, life can't always be controlled by emotion. People need to live life in their own truths. Most people can't stand up to someone else's image of who they think they should be. And the thing is, that's when you need to know when it's time to go. Those are the things that give you the signs to say, you know what, no, this is too much. You gotta know when it's time to go. You gotta know when your shit is over with. Keisha Thomas said, whoever is on the phone better preach. So she said, Keisha Thomas said, preach touche. You saying some good shit. KC Coleman said, I can feel sexy and not like my feet, laughing my ass off. But they see Roman. And the thing is, there's a lot of women just because she don't like her feet, she won't wear sandals. The bitch got tennis shoes all the time. You're like, babe, it's 90 degrees. Put your flip flops on. No, I have to go outside like this.
We on the beach. She got pumpkin seeds on and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is she
Yeah,
doing?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
wait, put some flip flops on. I don't like my feet.
So
Why?
those
Like,
insecurities can really kind of mess up.
like, but that also, but I ain't gonna lie, you gotta fault the guys too, because my thing is sometimes niggas not complimenting. I know niggas enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
and
gotta
that's
make
how Joe Blow slip in and take your
right.
girl.
You gotta make sure. You gotta make your woman. You gotta make your woman feel secure. Ain't a woman out here that don't want to feel wanted. You get what I'm saying? So when you take that part away, when you not making that woman feel wanted, like I'm saying, you open up the door for another nigga to slide in.
You leave. That's why I say all these women who got these work husbands, fellas, don't laugh it off like it's some bullshit. Cause that work husband is making sure she ate lunch, stopping by to see.
That's why he's called the work husband.
He's saying, "Oh, I see you got your hair done different." Well, you live right in the house, and you ain't even noticed that she got her fucking hair in a different style.
Yeah, but
listen, I'm so secure in mine. Go and get yourself a work husband, because the phone bill when it's due, that ain't go ahead there. You know what I mean? I don't think about none of that. Go ahead.
Don't say he can get the phone bill.
yeah, I'm so listen, and touche. I'm with you, right? I'm so secure. If that nigga gonna take and pay for your hair, hey, go ahead. Hey, babe, you look good. He paid for it again. Listen, go ahead and shit, bring him a sandwich to work or something. He might pay for it next week.
I'm telling you, my ex would not have it. I could be on air and somebody will compliment or say something. By the end of the show, he done sent flowers to the studio. He is outside of the place. I'm here to take you to lunch. He is at the house. Look, I just got this Thursday, a Thursday gift. He wasn't giving nobody room to get in and do anything. But doing all that, making sure that the man outside ain't getting in, he was lacking on the inside.
When you
had the balance.
when you are confident in what you bring to it, when you are confident, and I'm speaking for those that are in relationships, when you are confident, when you are in your situations, you know what I mean? It's just certain shit you're not gonna be worried about, in a sense. Whereas though, if you on your job and you doing everything that you supposed to do when you in your relationship, you're not worried about that shit. I don't like that. That's like, I mean, like I said, that ties all the way back into the insecurity shit. Like, at the end of the day, I mean, if a woman hit that work husband shit, first of all, I don't know anything about that.
And my thing is, a woman should already know having a man that work husband shit ain't cute. That's disrespectful to your man. I would have been like, no, Rob, yo, that's okay. Give me something for the office. You know, something like that. I wouldn't have took money to get my hair done.
Right.
You gotta know what you have, as well as he gotta treat you like what he got is real.
Right.
So it go both ways. We gotta wrap up.
Yeah,
We have to have our time.
Hey, touche. Listen, bro, we appreciate you calling in. We appreciate all your advice. And, like, I appreciate you riding it out with us, man.
You already know this is one issue on the person tip. Man, it was my pleasure. Y'all take it easy in this show. Alright, man. Hey, thank you, bro. Alright. This has been the hot side.
With the girl, it's me.
And the boy Big Rob, man. We thank y'all for tuning in, man, joining us and listening to our shit today. Again, like we always say, man, we talk straight on this show, and if you can't talk